This is a short summary video that just looks at a few of the key things that we need to think about when generally talking about electrolysis. So electrolysis is the process of splitting up ionic compounds using electricity, right? First thing that we need to consider is that we always need to go and have our electrolyte, which is liquid, in some sort of liquid state, right? This is to enable the different ions to go and move around. So we can either make things a liquid state either by melting it or dissolving it in water. The second thing that we need to think about is that into that we go and put two electrodes, right? We can either go and put in a positive anode, right? So we put in a positive anode, and we go and put in a negatively charged cathode. At the anode, electrons are going to be lost by ions. At the cathode, which is negatively charged, electrons are going to be picked up. While we're on that fact, you need to remember that oppositely charged ions will attract, right? So, negatively charged ions will move to the positively charged anode, whereas our positively charged ions will move in the opposite direction to the negatively charged cathode, where they go and lose electrons. So we can go and think about this loss and gain of electrons in terms of half equations. And the example that I wanted to look at is lead bromide. Right? Lead bromide has the formula PbBr2. So we have two bromine ions and one lead ion. So the lead ion gains a charge of 2 plus, which means it needs to gain 2 electrons to turn into lead. The half equation for bromine is that each bromine gains a negative charge, so they each need to lose an electron to go and turn into bromine gas. So the key things that we need to go and consider when looking at the electrolysis of lead bromide. So the first thing is that we need to go and heat the lead bromide up, which goes and turns it into a molten solution. The second key thing is that we're going to put in a positive and a negative electrode into that solution. We're going to go and make it positive and negative by going and passing a current through it. This also goes and passes a current through the solution, completing the circuit. As we go and we do this, that causes the bromine to gain a negative charge and the lead to gain a positive charge. So therefore, the bromine goes and moves towards the positive electrode, where it loses an electron and it bubbles off as a gas, whereas the lead moves towards the negative cathode, where it picks up 2 electrons and turns into a solid where it can be collected. So that is a very, very brief overview about some of the key things that we need to think about when talking about electrolysis, in this case in particular the electrolysis of lead bromide.